All right, welcome everybody. This is CBSI Presents Tales from Flipside number 22. I was going to go with 23, but I was confused with our Wednesday night debacle. So I'm Dino. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Paul here, coming to you nice and warm with courtesy of my friend Jim Beam.
Scotty Too Hottie, coming live from Philadelphia. Carson Wentz for MVP.
Truth.
Got John Z here, drinking some red wine since Mel V was out of it last week, and that's it.
And bringing up the rear, we got Brian with Simple Man's Comics, and I'm not drinking anything but water. And I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Bring it up.
No, it's all good, man. I almost decided to drink water tonight, but decided not to.
But your version of water is like pop-off vodka. So.
Oh, god damn.
Pop off.
Never again.
5 o'clock. I mean, whatever's on the bottom shelf that has dust on it. I mean,
the thickest layer of dust is mine.
Yeah,
at least vodka doesn't go bad, unlike Labatt's.
Oh fuck,
yeah.
Man.
Labatt's. We definitely know Labatt's goes bad.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was some chunky.
I'm not even sure it starts good.
Some chunky monkey, man.
You would get the stalest beer cans in Philadelphia.
Well, the funny thing is, I drank a whole one before I poured out half the second one. It's like this is just not right.
I mean, I drank a lot of cheap beer in college, and went to college quite a few years, and never had a beer that had chunks in it.
Oh, man,
it was pretty nasty.
Asian corner markets, which is strange because it's $1. So I don't know what that says about me or Philadelphia or.
The whole problem with this story, and I go back to this, and I want to move off this. I don't want to talk about this ever again. The fact that we went to a proper beer store before you went to this place and bought like real beer, like craft beer, and then you had to go buy Labatt Ice.
Well, I thought I was buying beer to share, and then throughout the whole trip, nobody wanted to drink my beer, like the good beer.
Because nobody wants pumpkin beer.
That's good. The blood orange was good, though. But no, whatever. Now I know for next year, I'll only buy for myself. And then when people ask me, I'll say, fuck you.
I mean, that's what I do. If people want to drink with me, they drink Nag Light, 30 case.
Well, nobody's going to drink your beer after you had chunks in it.
Yeah.
Well, no, not the chunk beer. I was trying to share the pumpkin beer and then that blood orange stuff.
Yeah, so Z, we went to like a real like beer castle kind of place. I mean, it was like had every craft beer imaginable, which was cool. And then Paul's like, "Oh, dude, we gotta go get Labatt Ice in the hoodest fucking place in the planet of Philadelphia."
Oh, only Paul.
Yeah. Just giving more people more reasons to come next year.
And then I kind of wanted his monkey ball self-defense thing as I walked into the liquor store.
Monkey ball.
So he didn't have it on him, and I was like, "Dude, what's the deal here?"
My favorite was the decoy wallet.
You know what's funny? I should have dropped the decoy wallet in front of the liquor store and see what people did.
Maybe one of those YouTube social experiments, as they call them.
Dude, it's a prank, as a dice says to fucking rob me all my money.
You ever see the one where they like chain up the bikes and people like start riding off?
Oh, those are great.
People go flying off the bikes.
Yeah, Dino's getting wheeled into the ambulance on a stretcher. It's just a prank, bro. Just a prank.
Yeah, just a prank. Fucking gunshot wound. Mid-30s gunshot wound. Yeah.
Do it in the hoods in Detroit.
Oh.
So what everybody do for Thanksgiving?
Work.
I don't know. Do you have any good family stories? Drunk uncles and all that shit?
I was the drunk uncle.
I just went to my wife's in-laws, my wife's parents, and hung out Thursday, and then went to my dad's on Friday.
Nice.
I just did my parents' thing. That's all I did.
I drank too much Friday.
Doesn't sound like you, Paul.
I did some debauchery. I went out to the script club on Friday.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you a story. So, it wasn't too crazy, but so you figured like you see a fight in the strip club. Who do you think the fight would be between? Maybe the strippers, maybe the security guard and a patron of the strip club. But no, it was between two waitresses, man.
Wow.
So like, okay, and I'm not this guy. I'm gonna prelude this whole story. Like, I don't eat at the strip club usually, but my buddy's like, hey, you want to go grab dinner? I'm like, okay. He's like,
Strip club buffet.
dude.
Oh,
So he
that's
goes,
just a terrible choice to start.
I know,
This
I know,
sounds
but
like Paul's problems.
I know it's almost a Paul's problem. But so basically, he goes, he goes, you like salmon? I'm like,
No.
I was like, yeah. I was like, I mean, I'll eat salmon or whatever. He's like, $17 at a strip club. That's
No.
special. I was like, okay. So I didn't order that. So
salmon at a strip club.
So basically, so I mean, it's a really honestly, it's a classy joint. And the food,
It's classy.
and the funny part is the food's like pretty decent, right? So it's like 5-star Michelin chef food. It really is. It's like really, really good food. So I just order like, I never eat there, but I just ordered a club sandwich and fries. And my buddy ordered a chicken sandwich and fries. And so this girl comes over and takes our order. So we ordered like a bucket of beer and our sandwiches and was like, whatever. So this other girl, this Asian girl comes by and says, hey, do you guys need anything? I'm like, no, this other girl, and wherever, like, she wasn't around. It was like, wherever she went, took our order. She's like, oh, that girl stole my table. I'm like, oh, like, if you want to talk to her about it, you know, I mean, we didn't know. We just sat down. And she was all like, yeah, I don't know. And then she went to go talk to her, and then I don't know. So they come back, and they got the food. And they gave me gave my boy the wrong fries. Like, instead of steak fries, he got waffle fries. I mean, to me, it wasn't that big of a deal, but he's like, you bitch him out, dude. I want free shit. Like, I was like, whatever, dude. So we said, hey, they ordered the wrong stuff. So the Asian girl comes by and blames down the other waitress, and then runs in the back, and then like she's like almost in tears because like chef's yelling at her or something because she's all like confused and stuff. And then so she comes back. And she's like, she brings us steak fries. And then she's like, well, if you just want to tip the girl and then I'll cash you guys out. And I was like, oh, okay. And then so the other girl comes by and she's like, here's your bill. And so we give her like our credit card, right? And she goes, oh, the credit card machine's down. She goes, you guys don't have cash? And my buddy goes, not for you. And then so we're like, and my boy's been there a lot. So he like knows the bouncer and stuff. We're like, I mean, we'll be here for a minute. Like, you want to just wait until the credit card machine get back up and they come by and see us and we'll pay. No big deal. She's like, okay. And so she comes back and the Asian lady's like, hey, she's like, hey, if you just tip her, I'll cash you guys out. Well, the girl comes back, grabs the other girl, comes back, grabs the card, like cashes out our whole thing, and then she like the Asian girl gets straight up pissed and like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, go fuck with her. Like, I don't know, go beat her ass. I don't know what you want me to do. I just want to get my food and fucking leave in peace, you know. So so the Asian girl comes by and then she like gives me waters and starts talking to me about how bad I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I don't really want to talk to you about why you're waitressing at the strip club. So so basically that ruined the whole strip club experience. Like, I couldn't. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I will admit I have eaten at a strip club buffet before. So
it wasn't a buffet though, so I mean I felt bad. But and the problem too is like I didn't get a booth where you get like a big table. I got one of like the side tables. If anybody, I know nobody in here because you're all happily married except for me and Scott. But you got the side tables. Yeah.
Since I've been married, I don't.
Yeah. So basically, like you have the small table with you can put like maybe 2 plates on. So they give us like this bucket of beer and like these 2 massive plates for our sandwiches and barely can fit everything on the table. But that was my Friday Thanksgiving story. So that's what I did.
I'm gonna add a couple stories to my Paul's Problems notebook. You reminded me of a few things.
Oh God.
I appreciate it.
Oh God. So that's my Dino problems, I guess. So.
That's awesome.
I believe it's a Papa's problem.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't know, dude. It's just the fuck. Yeah, so that was my Friday and Saturday. What did I do on Saturday? I didn't do much on Saturday or Sunday. I blew leaves on Saturday to my curb, so that was exciting. You did. Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, you guys do what's up with Black Friday? Any of you guys have a tradition of going out and braving the 4 a.m. crowds and all that shit?
Fuck that.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything.
But I have a question. Do the comic shops by you have Black Friday shit sales? I like see them online, and I'm like, nobody in the state of Indiana has that stuff.
My LCS has had one of the past couple of years, but I haven't gone.
my LCS did, but he gave me early access to it, so I was able to buy on Wednesday.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, for like subscribers and shit. But I mean, he set out a bunch more stuff, but basically, I was able to get the stuff beforehand.
Yeah, how would you do it if you had a shop then? Would you do Black Friday like your shop, Scott, like early access Friday to specific customers, or Black Wednesday and Friday, skip Thursday? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he basically gives his subscribers the whole week for the Black Friday sale.
So who's a subscriber? Anybody with a pull list?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I saw there was a shop up by my brother that opened Thursday night. I'm like, man, you got to be hardcore.
I don't do well with crowds.
Yeah, I could tell in Baltimore.
I'm ready to stab somebody. I just, you know what? I have a bubble around me, and I just don't like people coming inside the bubble unnecessarily.
Do you ever see the picture of the guy with the PVC pipe, like rig that hangs over his shoulders like suspenders, but it's a big circle around him for his personal space?
Yeah, that's definitely me. I don't need that wide. Like if I can hit you with my elbow, you're too close.
Yeah. I hope nobody ever falls asleep on you on an airplane or anything.
I mean, if that happens, like I don't mind one person, but it's like when you get like 3 people breathing down your neck, like looking in a box.
You're not the gangbang type.
Nah.
No, a crowded trying to look in boxes. I mean, I'll be down. I'll walk away.
I had one dude in Baltimore, like literally, I was looking in the front of the box. He tried to start looking in the back of the box. I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
At least he didn't go up behind you and like reach around you from behind.
He probably would have got an elbow.
Technically, I think Sean can do that just because he's so tall, but
yeah.
It was weird. He was whispering sweet nothings as he was stealing my books from under me.
This is for F5.
Yeah, pretty much. What?
And then every time like I pulled out a book, like I'd see if he looked at it, like, is this the one you wanted?
I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
That's funny though. No. So yeah, Baltimore was fun though. Z, you coming next year, Z?
hopefully.
Okay.
If I ever get done working.
Well,
So. I finally just got done scanning all our books.
I know, dude.
Oh, you still working on your new site?
Oh yeah, we I don't know. I mean, Tony's been busting his ass on it, so
yeah, it's coming together.
I'm excited. But
probably have plenty of time soon. Isn't he about to be like snowed in for the winter?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they deal with
get
like
it done before the internet freezes.
Can the internet? Yeah, I mean, I guess at 30 below, the internet starts to freeze.
well, he just bought a new. I guess I'll spoil it, but he just bought a new computer, so his hamsters were getting old. So I told him which computer to buy. So he bought a pretty decent refurbished computer for a good deal.
So he's going from dial up to broadband.
Pretty much.
You can see it like calling the F5 customer service, and I could see it being like, what was it, the old Visa commercial? And it'd be Tony, be like, "This is Peggy."
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I told Tony to keep the AOL CD hours though. He's gonna need those. So
some Juno discs.
Yeah, Juno discs.
I think at one point I had like 30 of those AOL discs.
Oh, I bet.
Stop sending them to me.
It's funny. He can run MS and Carta 95 now. No, he's doing a great job on it. I mean, I don't know how many books do you think he has in there, dude? 100? I don't know, 300.
What's that?
Oh, he has 130.
Well, there was over 100 in there the last time I saw it. No, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's got 137 in there right now. So he's only got like 1,000 more to go. So.
Yeah.
Well, by the time winter's over, he'll be there.
Yeah.
You guys buy anything cool recently?
I did. I guess, Scott, you want to talk about it, I guess?
Okay, Dina, you're the one that found it.
Okay. So I knew we talked about it on Wednesday night, and I've been talking about it. So after 2 weeks of tough negotiations. On Thanksgiving, I bought that ASM 667 and ASM 678 from. It's not Italy; it was Lithuania, but I bought it from Lithuania. So.
You just finally bought it? I thought you bought it a few weeks ago.
No, I was in negotiations. We were going back and forth a bunch, and then
the guy was busy for like a week.
Yeah.
Did you get some more money on your side?
What's that?
Did you get a little better deal than initially?
I mean, I saved on shipping, I guess. I mean, it's like 50
Lithuania, does that mean it comes with a free wife in the mail?
I don't know, dude. It's, I sent it to Sean's house, so if Jen doesn't listen, no.
The invoice said nothing about it. The invoice said nothing about a wife.
Yeah. So no, it was I'm not. I guess it's weird because I mean it's a big amount of money, and this is probably the biggest purchase we've probably done to date. I think probably
for 2 books.
For 2 books,
I would hope so. I mean I've bought some big books, but that's some big money.
Yeah. And I would think that it would be. I think I would be scared. I'm not even scared about it, Scott. That's the bad part. No. I don't know. It's like the dude seems cool. His English isn't the greatest, but he's Lithuanian, so I understand. It's funny, like I know a guy who actually lives in Lithuania, but I mean I don't know where he was and stuff like that. But
we got a PayPal invoice, so
yeah, and I put on my credit card for Visa, so I'm really not that worried. So
I mean, here's the question: how do those books get to Lithuania?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I mean, that would be the story,
Some dude, Sean Weirgarden, me and him were talking about it. He asked me that question. I go, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then he asked me where I found these books at. And I go, I can't tell you my secrets, bro.
Let some of the secrets out, but not all of them.
That's right.
So it was on the dark web.
I tried to, man. I tried to.
He paid for it in Bitcoins.
I did. No, I don't know. It's I guess I'm not nervous because I guess if something happens, like I've been with the Visa, my bank forever, so I mean,
you're covered.
Yeah, getting the money back's not that big of a deal. I was kind of nervous because I mean, me and Scott were talking about how he's going to ship it. I mean, literally, it's going halfway across the world. I mean, 2 books are going halfway across the world, which isn't that scary, honestly. I mean,
but he did say he was ordering supplies specific for shipping these. So.
Correct.
Well, I mean, consider when Trey ordered that one and it got ruined.
Yeah. I mean,
but that was eBay.
Yep. And we sent him. I sent him a link. I think Tony on the Forgotten 5 Comics has those little link that for shipping instructions for people.
You should have almost sent him your own package.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but
here is your thing. Of course, it would have taken a month to get there.
Yeah.
So
I told him it's no big deal. And like he's asked. Okay, so it started out with him wanting a Batman 608 RRP and a ASM2 land variant. So, I mean, if you're asking for a big voice like that, you would assume, right? I mean, I hate to say the word assume, but you would assume he would know how to ship, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
you should have hit me up. I would have hooked you up with a land.
Yeah.
If somebody's never really sells, then I don't really expect them to.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because I think if you don't go through the process of actually shipping something and be like, is this sturdy? Is this going to work? Is that going to work?
Yeah.
I just got a slab in the mail from Hong Kong.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was perfect. I mean, the box even says like Hong Kong Express or something on it, but the guy packed it great. I mean, it wasn't nowhere near as expensive as those comics. I mean, it was a Masters of the Universe number 1098.
Yeah.
But
are you
they got here quicker than it was supposed to, but full of peanuts. I mean, bubble wrapped to hell. I mean, it was bulletproof.
I picked up Flash 123 recently. I don't know if anybody's seen or if anybody saw it rather. Philip Chung went out to a Craigslist comic / statue deal, and they had this awesome statue that was a homage to that cover.
Mm-hmm.
So after he got me the statue, I was like, man, I just need the cover to go with it, or the book rather. So somebody threw it up on Facebook, and I haggled them down. So it's a CGC 2.0 cover detached. Just like somebody wrote Jan or something on the cover, but I don't care. I just wanted the book to go with the statue. So
what'd that cost you?
I think I did like 206 because I said 200 even, and then he said friends and family, and I said I'll just pay the 3% or whatever.
That's what I usually do.
Just so we're
Yeah.
safe.
Uh,
I think he
Yeah,
wanted 220 in the beginning. I was like, I looked at my PayPal. I was like, let's do 200 even. He took it, so fine by me. I mean, worst case scenario, I could sell this and upgrade down the road, but
Yeah, that's a tip for anybody. Like, if somebody doesn't want to do it, just say you'll pay the fees.
Yeah.
yeah, I sometimes don't even, like if it's a good deal, I don't even mention. I just pay the fees, even if they don't ask.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah, I think if
If-
you pay with a credit card, goods and services, you get charged the fees, right?
oh, I don't know. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you
I
use a
think so,
credit
yeah.
card
I think
and
so.
you pay goods and services like that.
I don't know. I don't know. I just like if I'm getting a good deal, I usually will just cover the fees to not even have it come up as an issue.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with me though is he wanted to do, he was saying, well, yeah, that's a fine price if we do friends and family. So I was like, well, let's do the friends and family price, and I'll just pay goods and services, and I'll pay the fee amount, so you still get the amount you're looking for.
Mhm.
And he was cool with it.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I had to call my credit card company when I pulled the trigger on mine. And actually it went through surprisingly. They're like, yeah, it just went through. So it wasn't like fraud or anything. I was like, oh, that's kind of terrifying. But
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, did they call you or alert you or anything?
no, I called them before because I wanted to go through. So I was on the phone. They're like, yeah, just process your thing. So I had to like pull up the PayPal and like make sure all the address is right and all that shit. So it took like 10 minutes to do it. But
I'm pretty
Sorry.
sure Kenyon lost out on AF-15 one time because his credit card wouldn't go.
yeah,
Who?
see,
Who did?
Kenyon.
Oh wow.
yeah,
remember
see, I
him
didn't want
bitching
that to
about it.
happen. Or like or the funds would have got frozen somehow or something like that. So yeah, I just called them and they're like, yeah, no problem, it went through. And I said, yeah, I just want to get protected. Like, no problem. Like, if anything happens, just call us and it's fine. I was like, cool.
Don't you have? We both have PNC, don't we, Dino?
Yep.
My only thing that I've had with PNC is they just send me they either call me or send me a text, and they're like, "Is this you?" Or they just want to make sure like.
Yeah,
this
they
looks
usually call
weird.
me. Yeah, but I did it before I processed it, so they didn't have to do that.
Gotcha.
So I didn't want to. I didn't want to like pull the trigger and then like it went through or didn't went through, and the guy says I never got the money. I know he got the money, and like
Right.
the funny thing too is like he first sent it. He sent it in 3,600 euros.
Yeah, I was like, nope.
Yeah, Papa Scott was like, oh fuck that. So
Yeah, I looked up a U.S. dollar to Lithuanian. I didn't know if you negotiated in litas.
Litas?
Guess
No,
it's currency.
no. Well, yeah, he sent it in euros, and that's like 30. So it's 3,600 euros is like $1 and what a half maybe. So it's like four G's or 4250 or something.
Yeah, it was like 4,200.
Yeah, it was like crazy amount of money. I'm like, dude, I'm not in at that price. So
Nice try, buddy.
yeah. So no, he was pretty cool about it. He's like, oh, I forgot because obviously he's in Europe. So no, but if this is a scam, it's pretty in the. I'm gonna say it's one of the most elaborate scams I've ever seen in my life. So
Yeah.
I
mean,
was gonna say, I would videotape yourself opening the package.
yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
I did that with a YouTube purchase. I mean, it wasn't like YouTube Live or anything or Facebook Live, just videoed, and I was like, I'm just opening this package just in case, blah blah blah.
And speaking of the post office stuff, hey, Scott, did you see on the on eBay somebody from Puerto Rico? We shipped a book to Puerto Rico, and it's still in transit because it's Puerto Rico, and I don't even know if they have service in Puerto Rico. So he's like, hey, I never got it. I think it's lost or something. And I said, just wait a couple days. It might be there. Did you see on the USPS? I guess all incoming mail to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands are available. Customers receiving mail at post offices or through limited delivery throughout the islands. So
he's probably going to go there to pick it up.
yeah, probably. And it's a PO box too. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
I said you got to call the post office, man. Like,
You know what amazes me is usually when you get the complaints about stuff not arriving, it's like the $8 book, and you're like,
yeah, it was like $15
yeah,
bucks.
this was like a $15 book. Yeah, it's always the cheap shit that fucking gets you.
Usually I'm just like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm just going to refund you. I don't care. I had some guy that messaged me like 15 days in a row about, it wasn't even 15 days, but it was like 15 messages in 5 days about his package. It's like, it went from New York to New Jersey, New York to New Jersey, New York to New Jersey. I'm like, dude, I'm just going to refund you so I don't have to hear you again.
Yeah, I can't.
Did you follow the tracking? Did he get the book eventually?
I don't care.
I've had books that just do crazy shit with shipping.
Yeah,
or with
I've seen that
rather.
before.
You know, it's funny though. Now I've watched so much leave Indianapolis and come in I can tell like the stop before if something went wrong. You're like, that's not the path it should take. Or
See?
that didn't ship priority. That shipped media because they go different ways. I mean, you see it. Doesn't hurt that my brother's a postman, so he knows a little bit.
Path of most resistance.
No, but you see your packages come in from different places. And you're like, all right, it's gonna go here to here to here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I know. Newegg ships it all the way from Alabama, and it goes into Nashville, and then goes into is it Fremont, Ohio? There.
Really?
Yep, and then it comes.
All my shit goes to Detroit.
No, mine goes. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. There's like unless they moved it, there's like an Allen Park, Michigan sorting center because they closed the one in Toledo.
Oh, maybe that's the one. Maybe they finally closed in Toledo because they used to all go to Fremont and get sorted and then come to Michigan. But
no, but you know you got a problem when you know where the mail should and shouldn't go. Like my wife has something from, she ordered online. She's like, take a look at this. Does this look right? I'm like, yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
you just need to let them sort it out sometimes.
Well, what's funny is Paul just wiped his computer and he had his friend wipe it for him. I told his friend, just make sure all his addresses are to my house while I go to Detroit.
Yeah, my buddy, actually, a really good buddy of mine, it's his brother, but whatever, we're all friends. And so he built me this computer from scratch for pretty cheap. And it just started to slow down, all those links that Jimmy and Trey send me, and I click on like an idiot and blah, blah, blah. But so he wiped it basically. I mean, the other profile's active, but this is the one that's clean and fast and all that good stuff. So I didn't want to host tonight just in case anything went wrong.
And it would.
In
case somebody wants to hack our 8 listeners.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm subtracting the number of us listening, so we have 5 right now, and there's 5 of us listening. So
I'm not on the YouTube. I didn't even bother.
I'm not on it either.
We got shout out to Tony's listening, Will, and Ultra Maximus is on.
Plus me and Paul, so that's another 2.
Yeah, so there's our 5.
We only have 5.
No, well, in reality, we have 3 because Dino and I are on there.
An all-time record low.
I know.
People must have just saw. They must have saw The Walking Dead and went to bed crying. I don't know. I didn't know.
Mom's not even listening anymore.
Do you guys even watching it?
No, well, I am, but
I'm not even excited for it anymore. It's
not the night of. Someone was saying that the ratings are down to season 2 levels.
I haven't watched probably 2 weeks in a row, and I don't even I'll catch it when I catch it, but I don't care right now.
It's not good.
That's because they're horrible with war scenes.
They are terrible. I
did like last week's episode though.
That season finale, I'm watching these little girls walk down the street shooting AK-47s with no recoil. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, you know what? Everybody's like, it's Negan. I'm like, I really like the Negan scenes, and I think he's doing a great job. I just think there's no more zombies, and it's just, it's just not
soap opera.
Yeah, it's almost boring on that front. It's not. It's not life or death like it was.
You don't have an invested interest in it, invested investment anymore. Because, I understand.
I do want to say 2 things. Selfless plug. I am still selling the Tales from the Flipside and the Impressible Defects coasters. That link is somewhere buried on the main page. I did lower the prices for the holiday season.
I'm ranking on one right now.
Me too.
I'm using my coaster right now too.
Me too. That's what made me bring it up. But in regards to Dino was talking about Amazon or shipments rather, and where stuff ships. I think I mentioned it a couple podcasts ago, but if you order stuff for the holiday season, check your shipping. If you're not a Prime member, figure that out. But if you're a Prime member and it's supposed to get there in 2 days and it doesn't, I like to pull up their chat, their customer service chat, and I just say, hey, this package is late, it didn't arrive, and either ask them what they can do for you or just lay out your own terms. Hey, can you give me a $10 credit to my account? And they're like, well, we can give you a $5 credit. Yeah, that's fair. Or, hey, can you extend my Amazon Prime for a month? Which I think is the best option because it's $99 a year. And if you do that every time a package is legitimately late or damaged, you can probably get a good extra 9 months out of that.
No, on Prime, it's still the best deal out there.
Oh, dude, shipping is ridiculous.
I did that in the past. where they gave me the option. I just didn't think about it or forgot, and they're like, "Well, we can give you a credit on your account as well. Could you just extend my Prime account a month instead?" And it got to the point where they said, "We've given you the maximum amount of extensions allowed, so I can't do that at this
How
time."
often is
Paul's
stuff
the kind
late
of
for
guy
you,
who-
Paul?
Paul's the
What-
kind of guy who complains that it takes too long to ship stuff to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
What's
Like,
that,
how
Z?
often is stuff late?
It's just every now and then it's a day late or just
How
keep
much
an
stuff
eye
are you
on it.
ordering?
I don't tell my wife. I'm not going to tell you.
I don't know. We're there's a hub in it near Indy, so like nothing.
I never get
is
that
late.
problem either, too, Z. I never had that problem.
Like if it's off the marketplace and it's a seller, maybe, but like the Amazon stuff, anything on Prime, that stuff's here sometimes in a day.
I think
man,
our post office cheats and knows it's a 2-day thing, so they'll mark it as delivered even though it's not in your
Oh,
mailbox
that's the
until the next
worst.
day.
I only get late deliveries as far as like a mobile notification that X item has been delivered. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm already holding it. I've never gotten something that says delivered and then it's not there.
I've seen that before.
Hmm.
Yeah, sometimes
You
like the postman doesn't feel like delivering it.
I think it's Jeff Bezos trying to make another 2.4 billion every day. So that's what he's saying.
do you guys have anything to protect your mail from theft or misdelivery or stuff like that?
Good.
They
I
are
live in a good neighborhood.
Yeah, me too.
I was just curious.
My city might have been voted the best place to live in a few polls,
That was it within the top 50 or
like in the top 1 or 2.
Oh,
Wow. Look at you.
the
And then
only
you get
thing,
the giant
Look at
mailbox.
you.
nice. Yeah, the only thing I can't stand about Walking Dead is just their unlimited ammunition. Their
That was a
unlimited.
terrible Segu.
that
I'm
was
sorry.
terrible.
I'm sorry. I was looking
That
at the
was-
YouTube chat. I was looking at. I was
That was
looking
not
at
a
the,
Sego.
Mel was like shaking, going, "What was that?"
it was a thought.
Chloe is barking, going, "That's not a Segu."
Speaking from the upside down, it's upside down Segu from Stranger Things. I can't
Yeah, man,
stand their
Just
unlimited.
go to the Bullet
ammo.
Factory, man.
They're unlimited magazines in their automatic rifles and just goddamn. That's the
Yeah,
only thing that just really.
How many
bores me.
automatic rifles were in the country before the thing happened? Because it seems like every rifle is an automatic.
Well,
Yeah,
why wouldn't it
everything.
be? It's down south, man. Come on.
And that is true.
It started, I think, at the farm with Herschel's unlimited ammo shotgun. And I think from there they're like, well, we didn't get too much audience backlash, so everything's unlimited now.
I like how Rick can shoot 10 zombies without reloading the revolver.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets soaked in sweat buttoning up his shirt. Every scene he's been like drenched.
Yeah, someone was saying now they're going to unload all their Walking Dead books now. Like I said, the
Yeah,
ratings are down
I started
like season
doing
2
it like-
level.
I started doing it at the end of last season.
I did it too.
I don't know.
I think
I didn't
number
like-
1 is okay. Everything else is pretty.
I think you could sell number 1 now and buy it back in a little bit. for cheap.
I'm not even sure why some of the other ones are still high. Like
Number
the
two
governor.
is ridiculously high.
Yep.
It's almost as high as number 1.
Well, I can't remember where people were talking about that, but they were saying like people have moved on from number 1, like not, I guess, given up. So they moved to number 2. Like, all right, well, I can at least get a number 298. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the reason it's going up.
Somewhere, I think it's going on right now. The page 2 from number 1 is on auction
Oh wow!
with Rick Grimes in the bed.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think it's Comic Link. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's going on right now. I saw it recently, and I'm like,
Did you
you're
bid
gonna
on
buy
it?
a page, buy that shit. Your giant purchase doesn't even get you in the first couple bids on that guy.
God
You're
damn
probably
it.
talking like 30, 40K.
That's a big one. That one's probably going to end up in Art Aficionado,
Maybe.
which is a great article. If people are not reading it, our 2 listeners that maybe don't read it.
Yeah, I like his articles, man. I wish, you know what, we should get him on a podcast one day. That'd be a good podcast.
You know who I'm thinking of trying to get on? Just because it would be random.
Natalia Sanders.
No, we should get Kenobi on. Ben C.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
Wild
Could
card,
you-
bitch.
Could
We'd
you
have to
imagine?
We'd have to send him a computer and a microphone, and buy him internet for a month.
I might have to drive up there just so we can do it.
That'd be
Could
awesome.
you imagine how wonderful it would be?
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, that'd be great.
I'm gonna. You know what's funny? As we're talking, I'm gonna hit him up right now. I wonder if he's even up.
We'd have to start that podcast at 8 p.m.
No,
Yeah.
he's all right. He's all right.
I mean, just
I just think-
I mean, just
Just get started and talk Golden Age. He would just go.
yeah. I mean, just
Yeah,
to
once you
talk
get
long
them
enough.
started.
That'd be crazy.
He said he was active too. Okay.
I would
And
like.
like-
I'd like
and-
to get Dick from Art Aficionado on though. He.
That's what I
would be
want.
Yeah, and a Tim Walker would be interesting as well.
No, you would lose your mind. He doesn't play the same game we do, guys.
No, I don't.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, it's like if anybody's familiar with it, regular chess versus Star Trek chess. Like
No, I mean
2
Tim
years
Walker.
higher.
Tim
He
Walker
plays
sees
the
the
3D
Matrix, guys.
chess. Yeah.
that's right.
He
plays that
just looks
3D.
in and just. Speaking of, at one point in my mind, I wanted to get an artist to do a commission for Walker, and it's a guy in an astronaut suit, like staring into the Matrix and seeing comics.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
It would require me knowing an artist that can do it.
Well, I'm sure anybody. I mean, you can go to Comic-Con and sure somebody could.
Maybe I should talk to the man up north who has nothing to do for 6 months.
Yeah. You probably could do it.
We
I
can
haven't
talk
seen
about
that.
it. It's only
I
up
haven't
to
seen that guy draw in a while.
24 inches. They could still function.
Yeah, he's been loading books on our website, man. I told him he
Wait,
can't draw.
he didn't even do the last art thing.
I told him
I
he
think
can't draw until all the books are back in. He can't draw.
Dino's
I
cracking
think
the
I
whip.
bought his last sketch, which was from Memorial Day.
Yep.
It was a nice one.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get back into it. Like me, I haven't drawn lately either, man. I need to get back into it.
What about like
Sorry,
Jared?
I'm pretty sure I have a commission request from John Brown from 2 IndieCons ago still.
Well, if he ever come on, I mean, we could talk about it. But
I gave him a shout out in our Flipside hangout. I was like, man, what's your
We should stop giving Devo junk. John Brown's the alternate.
yeah?
Yeah,
Well, I was
we
telling
never
JB like what's his art discussion? What's his specialty? Get him out here.
JB says he's the idea guy.
Well, give us some ideas then.
Yeah.
With
Does that mean he's
love.
going to do our outline?
Yeah,
Oh,
that would be that would be interesting if we got some like blind outlines.
Yeah, Mad Lib's outline.
Yeah, Mad Libs outlines. That'd be cool.
Oh my god, my kids were doing Mad Libs in the car today, and every noun was penis.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
That's the right way
And
to do
they're
it.
9, 8, and 5, so that tells you we're in
And they were
trouble.
laughing their asses off, weren't they?
Oh my god.
How'd the Teen Titans marathon go for Thanksgiving with them?
Oh, it's wonderful, but I didn't watch the 200th episode. I completely forgot.
What? I figured he'd be DVR in that shit.
Since we left Cut the Cord, I'm not as keen on remembering the DVR through the PlayStation View.
You just got to set it as like my favorite show, and they'll do it all.
Yeah,
night.
yeah. I just don't think about it. But it works. I mean, that's where Walking Dead's living.
Yeah.
How many-
Two episodes behind.
how many people cut cord in here? Everybody
Oh.
cut cord.
I never had cord.
I
I'm
like
still,
it.
I'm
I
still
kind of
wired.
actually, I find myself watching less garbage TV. Like when I watch TV, I'm focused on the few things I want to watch now.
I can't stand watching live TV with commercials now. I go to my parents' house because they're wired still, and I'm like, man, these commercials suck. So
Well, the best part about having like your parents or somebody on those is you can sweet talk their email address and password, and then sign up for all the apps like HBO Go and ESPN and all that.
I don't even. The funny part is, dude, I don't know. My parents are so old school. I don't even know if they know the fucking email and password. But so speaking of things we watched, I want to bring Wood on this one. I've been watching Godless. Could Wood on Netflix? Godless.
Yes.
Wood recommended it to me. I watched it all, dude. It was amazing.
Godless, what's it about?
So it's about what did you talk about it since you brought it up? You know, man.
I
So
haven't even seen that one.
it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original, and it's basically
Is
a
it new or
mining
old?
town.
It's
where,
new.
like, yeah.
Oh, it just came out. That
Yeah,
one.
the
just came out.
22nd. It came out the 22nd of November.
Yeah.
And it's 7 episodes. And it's basically a mining town where like all the men in the town died in the mine pretty much. And then Jeff Daniels is in it, and he plays kind of like a outlaw, or I wouldn't even say outlaw. He's just a mean freaking dude. But he's always trying to talk about the good book, and he's just spitting stuff. But Jeff Daniels plays a good ass villain, and
Yep.
his guy that basically he treated like a son who brought up in this outlaw gang splits off from him and starts doing good. And then the whole 7 episodes is like Jeff Daniels 30 out crew of 30 outlaws like trying to find out where he's held up and get, because he robbed money from him. So he's trying to find this guy and then get his money back. And then also he puts it out there that any town that harbors this guy, he's going to burn the town and kill everyone in it. So it's 7 episodes. Some are, I mean, the average is about an hour, but some are a little bit longer.
Yep.
And I mean, once you start watching it, I mean, it's definitely a binge show. And then like even after it's done, you're like, damn, I want some more. And I was already like Googling, like, is there going to be a second series? And but they're saying that right now there isn't. They just made it to be a 7 episode novel type show. And it's, what is it? Soderbergh, I think is the guy's
Yeah,
name.
Soderbergh, Steve Soderbergh.
Yeah, they did, what was it, Out of Sight or
Yep.
whatever that movie was.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's great. If you like westerns, it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, and I really wanted to shoot my 30-30 lever action. I got on my gun safe. It was awesome.
Yep, you got one of them.
Yeah, I got a Winchester 30-30 lever action.
So,
Hey,
can I make a statement? Everybody gives me shit about buying the Western comics, but what are the best TV shows lately? Westerns.
Yeah, I mean,
I was going to say, has anybody watched Hell on
So
Wheels? That used to be
How's
after
Game of
Walking Dead.
Thrones a western?
No, but several. Westworld. This
Well,
guy
that's like,
sounds good.
Technically, that's not a western, though.
Well,
It's half.
that's like, was it Antoine Fuqua directed, what was it, the Magnificent Seven remake, right?
yeah.
And they were interviewing him when he was directing it, and he says pretty much every movie he makes is a western if you think about it, the way the story breaks out. But one of the best things about not only the show is the actors are great in it, but what's best about westerns is always like the cinematography and
The scenery was ridiculous.
Yeah, the landscape.
Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, it's basically I don't know if it's really New Mexico, but it's based out of New Mexico.
right.
And the scenery is just gorgeous, man. It's like I really just want to move to New Mexico and have a little farm and just hang out.
What's everyone's favorite western?
Probably Tombstone for me.
I like
Unforgiven.
I was just about to say Unforgiven as well.
He's just so fucking badass. I mean, there's older ones that are good. The original Magnificent Seven's good.
Got any of you guys watch back when it was on? I don't know if it's still on. Hell on Wheels. They used to be after Walking Dead.
I watched some of it. I didn't watch many of them. I mean, I heard it was good. I mean,
And then Into the Badlands, I think, is the new one.
yeah, Into the Badlands is good. I like
I
that
don't
one.
know if it's a
Martial arts,
western,
though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Martial arts western.
it's a martial arts western. Yeah.
I still like the old John Wayne westerns, even though it's funny to watch them like when the people die and they're like all dramatic and like and they like fall funny, but they're still great to watch. I mean, it's classic stuff just because I know my dad would watch it growing up and it reminds me of, like, my childhood. But
I tell you, my grandfather used to watch Bonanza every day, man. Back in the day.
it
So
was like, yeah, whenever like Cowboys comes on or like the Sons of
Mhm.
Katie Elder but yeah,
but-
Unforgiven's a good one.
The man from the north just shot me a Western comic on sale.
that's funny. No, that was so Wood. That was good up to Wood on that one. That was, I mean, if it's almost, I mean, what's a good documentary on Netflix or a good miniature series on Netflix that was, I'm trying to think of a good one just like that one that, I guess, I mean, it's almost like Punisher-esque, I guess, maybe.
Right.
But it's really good.
You guys want to talk Punisher? I haven't finished it, so I was going to walk away. But I did want to ask. I did want to come back to hear what you guys had to say, not about the show, but like good Punisher trades or good Punisher series or whatnot.
I think we can talk about it without too much spoiler, right?
Yeah.
I mean, can we talk about the overall concept of it? Can I talk about that? I guess not like spoiling things, but what it's really about.
Yeah, go for it.
So
Yeah, I'll stick
Go ahead.
around. So tread lightly, or I'll ban you.
no, it's fine. I really want to talk about. I want to talk about Wood because he's in the he was former military. I really want to talk to him about this because I think it's an important topic, and it Punisher shines light on it, and it's not. I mean, you can see it throughout all the episodes about PTSD.
Yes.
I mean, by far, like I mean, it's they do it so good that it's uncomfortable to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. One thing I had that, without spoiling too much, you see it developing throughout the episode. Then, like, was it like episode 11 when like all hell breaks loose?
Yeah.
I want to know. They should at least had an episode where this guy like robs, I guess you could say, robs Anvil to get the supplies that he uses. Because all of a sudden he has access to.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like it just magically shows up, and
Yeah, I'm like, how did he get all of this?
Yeah.
But
No, I got you on that. But no, I think having the whole PTSD thing, it's amazing. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about it, and like I mean, would I mean, I'm sure people. I mean, people probably with PTSD,
Right.
but it's like it's uncomfortable, but it's a good uncomfortable kind of like it sheds light on things that real military people go through, or not just military people. It's like could be cops, officers, firefighters, anybody with a stressful situation, obviously,
it did, and now the one thing, like as soon as you can, like what is it, second episode when you start identifying it, I
Yeah.
was worried as the show went on that it was going to be something that they basically politicized so much, which they didn't really. So I'm okay with what I saw, but
Did they?
There were hints of it, but it didn't go too far one way or the other.
right.
I haven't finished it, and I don't know if that would be politicizing it, but did they ever post at the end of an episode or end of the season like the suicide hotline or like if you need help and you're a vet or I don't know.
Well, you can't really tell that on Netflix since it just skips the credits and the
Yeah.
promo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or goes into a smaller window.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really appropriate, but I mean, I guess it'd be I don't know. I don't know if they want to go down that road. Or if they could like roll it into the show, like, hey man, why don't you call 555, whatever.
Well,
we can't talk about that, Paul.
Yeah.
You need to watch.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil that part.
All right.
So
I will say they did a good job of like keeping you guessing a little bit on who are the good and the bad guys for quite a good chunk of the season.
yeah,
There were some people that you were real undecided about.
And if you're a fan of Punisher, once they start mentioning some of the names, I mean, you're like, oh, I know where this is going. But I can say,
do they follow that route where you think I know where this is
well,
going?
there's some key characters that as soon as they twist the storyline a little differently, but the name of some characters are the same that It's hard to say because I'm trying to tread without.
So what storylines are the big ones?
Well,
Which is what Paul was trying to get to.
But yeah, I was gonna say like what are some really good like Punisher trades or Punisher storylines to pick up that would be like maybe not for newbies necessarily, but like, God damn, that was a hell of a Punisher story kind of thing.
It's good, that first mini series.
Yeah, and the Garth Ennis run.
the Punisher Max one.
Yeah.
People seem to like that Bourne one. The 4-issue mini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bourne. Yeah, I mean Warzone is but yeah, Punisher pretty much like you said, Bourne and the Punisher, the Dylan Punisher Max one.
I've been trying to get through the first trade, and I don't love it.
No,
not so much.
Have you guys read the mini, the first mini?
I've been trying. I can't get through it.
Oh, really?
No, I just don't. I can't get into it. I don't know why.
I have heard that Punisher Max was good.
Yep.
I cut you off, Z. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I've had the trade. I borrowed it, and I've like tried to start, and I read a bit, and it just doesn't draw me in.
Of what? Of which one?
The first mini.
What is that? The very first one?
Yeah.
Is it the wording like the old style or?
No, it's not that. It's just not that. It's just not pulling me in.
I think the first book, the first episode was pretty slow,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
but then I think all hell breaks loose after that.
Yeah.
Potentially. I'll tell you what. I still think that the Punisher Warzone movie is criminally underrated. I enjoyed that one more than I should have. I think.
Is that with Thomas Jane?
No, this
No,
is
the
the dude
other
with the
one.
guy from Rome.
Yeah,
Ray
that guy.
Ray Stevenson, right?
Like it wasn't. I won't say he was a great Punisher, but it was more enjoyable than it should have been.
Oh, I never saw that one.
I did like the Thomas Jane one.
The Thomas Jane one
was good.
Yeah, I like Thomas Jane one too. You know, I think I remember watching Punisher Warzone. I thought it was good. I thought it was good too.
It drifted a little campy, but it was good.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard with Punisher. Not that I mean, obviously Netflix does a really good job with Punisher and not making it so campy and makes it more like gritty style. But like you said, it's hard for when a movie, especially when you have a movie that comes out like it came. I think it came out on it came out 2008. To not be campy. It's almost like Predator or something where it's like this one man killing machine. Not hard to be campy, like Chuck Norris or something like that. It's a lone Rambo.
I think the original Thomas Jane Punisher came out in 2004.
Yeah, I mean, Warzone came out in 2008. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But I like Thomas Jane for a while. If you haven't seen it, that short of his called Dirty Laundry,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
YouTube is fucking amazing.
I would say the Punisher is the best Netflix since the original Daredevil.
I agree too.
Yeah, Daredevil really pulled me in. I like that a lot.
Because the original Daredevil was impressive to do a costume superhero and not make it terrible.
Well, and then the other thing too is I think I was telling some people about this too. Is like, Punisher and Daredevil are two guys who they're not like super powered. You know what I'm saying? Not like Jessica Jones or Luke Cage or, I mean, Iron Fist
Punisher
is kind of
has no powers.
Yeah, I know. So basically,
Iron Fist has the power to be lame.
Yeah, I know. But those two characters, they actually like take damage and get like beat up and get like broken and like shot. It's not like James Bond where they shoot a million.
Realistic, like
it's like if you're gonna go in a war zone with 30 or 40 people in a building like and not take one bullet. I mean, it's like it's not possible. I mean,
yeah, he got beat up.
Yeah.
I will say one thing, and this may or may not be spoiler.
Oh no.
But
I might have to mute you. No, I'm joking.
As soon as the first time John Bernthal or Frank Castle got his ass whooped, I was like, oh shit, here it comes. I thought for sure they're gonna bring freaking Rosario Dawson's character in to mend his ass up. And they didn't. So
I thought she was coming too.
Yeah, I was like, kudos to that, because as soon as I was like, oh gosh, this is like I'm so
I don't
sick
need
of
any more of her.
Her character showing up, like that's how they like tie all the series together, but they didn't bring her in, so I was happy about that.
Yeah.
So what's everybody's thoughts on Silicon Valley Micro?
Who? What?
Oh man, that might be
Is that a Punisher thing?
Did the internet censor him?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just a different take on that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Sorry, man.
I liked it and I hated it all at once.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking on Amazon right now, I'm drunk enough to look but not purchase. If I were gonna buy like a volume of Punisher to check out and read, like Punisher Max would be good, or what would you guys suggest?
I mean, for me, I would go with Max, but I mean that's just me.
Yeah.
All right. Just looking.
I also, every time I've had those series and picked up those runs and boxes, they sell pretty fast.
Yeah. You can throw it in your box for Indy, okay, dude?
Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna have anything left for Indy.
I have one box, dude. So
I'll take your table space.
So I guess we can talk about this now. I mean, we need to seriously talk about this.
We need table space.
Yeah, so we need to talk about this. So are we getting one booth or two booths? We need to
we can't do one.
I know, it's fucking awful.
Well,
we could do one if we had that same booth, because we were able to spread out pretty far.
It depends who's coming. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I know we were kind of ahead of ourselves because it was like April, May, but we need to get
Wait,
on.
did we do one booth last time?
Yeah, we did one booth last time.
I guess if you guys are only bringing big books and no dollars, I'm down to like a box, one long box, maybe a long box and a half of books that I've tried to sell at $3 to $5, and I'm just going to mark them to $1.
We have like 10 short boxes right now.
Yeah, it depends. It depends who else jumps in. Just
we have a
John
special
Brown come back. No, it's still Easter.
We have a special guest coming through too. I think Big Leg's coming.
Yeah, but he's not selling dollar books.
No.
He's gonna put them in his backpack.
Yeah, I know, right? What is your brother? Is your brother going to be down?
I don't know, maybe.
Because your brother had a crap ton of stuff too.
He's still got some, but
if we can keep the same booth, I'd like to.
Well, how did we get such a good spot? Oh, it's because we were right by Artist Alley. We were like in a weird spot.
I yelled at him because they wouldn't give me a second fucking space, and then did we get moved? I think I don't know.
All right, I thought you guys.
We turned that 10 by 10 into like a 10 by 16.
I know.
Yeah, we
we
spread out completely.
Well, it was nice because we didn't have a person on the back side of us or on that corner or whatever.
And we were on that extra wide aisle.
Yep.
Are you gonna try and shoot for the shot we had when I was there, right by the bathroom, or you beyond that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good spot too, but I mean, the spot last year was pretty decent, honestly.
I don't know. We might get by on one. It just depends who else is coming.
Well, they're raising their rates too. That's the other thing.
Yeah, but they're raising it like $30.
Hey. Okay. It'll be $17,000 one day, like San Diego.
Yeah, every penny counts.
I mean, I'm coming to hang out, and I'll put some books up. But
that's all I'm gonna do, dude. I'm gonna start flipping F5 books. I mean, that's all I'm
gonna pull a Tony and just walk away.
I know.
I actually just want to put my like it's a bunch of stuff that should get a few bucks pop, and just put it $1 a piece. Because otherwise, I'm gonna short box it out for $40. So I just figured those will pay for my table.
Yeah.
And if I sell a big book or two, then I sell a big book or two.
I have no problem with that, dude. It doesn't matter to me, dude. Like me, I have probably like 4 short boxes right now, slab boxes, and then like 1 regular box of my stuff. That's about it.
I am down. I'm getting close to my goal. I was sorting the other day. I have 4 boxes of slabs, which is a little more than I need, but a lot of that's for sale, or 1 box is for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 10 short boxes. My goal is to get to 9 boxes total.
Nice.
So I'm there. Tough. I'm close.
It's tough.
Just don't get a spot like that dude in Baltimore where he was like in that overhang, so there's like no lights.
No
on
light.
We honestly,
there's not a bad spot in Indy though, unless you get thrown into like the.
Yeah, that guy should have been
dice bag corner where they're selling toys and junk.
That one guy should have been handing out free flashlights though.
I felt bad for him.
Indy asks what you're selling, and they try and group their sellers together.
Yeah, and me and Z's been doing it what 5 years now, 4 years together. At least me and you. Yeah. So I mean, they know us. I mean, it's not like they. I wouldn't say we get preferential treatment. We're not Neil Adams, but I mean, they know us and they take care of us. I mean,
we are right next to Neil Adams, though.
Yeah. Well, it's like 1 and 2, right? So
are you gonna solve the towel mystery?
Oh God.
There's they started to announce some guests.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody earth shattering yet. A lot of voice actors.
But no, I mean that's all I just wanted to bring it up because it's coming around the corner. Everybody's like, and I guess we should talk about this. So when you're
it's not that far away. It's only like 5 months, 4 months.
Yeah. So everybody's, but I mean, regular people who don't sell like cons or do cons like this or have never set up before, everybody's like, oh man, it's 5 months away. You have plenty of time. 5 months sneaks up on you. Like,
it does.
Especially when you have amount of inventory. I'm not saying we have the craziest amount of inventory ever. I know Scott does a really good job with the raw books, and I do a pretty decent job with slabs. But if you're doing it by yourself and don't have things priced yet or marked or graded,
if you have to price 10 short boxes, it's going to take you weeks.
Yeah, I got all sorts of con prep talk if you guys are talking that shit for a first timer.
So Paul, are you back in or are you still out if it's Easter?
Indy? No, I think I'm out. I think my only cons. I think I'm only for Baltimore next year. I gotta play my cards right.
Indy. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily travel in Indy per se. It's a good con, but on Easter, I wouldn't. But since I'm here,
No, I don't think it's Easter there. I think it's just life that's holding me back. I might be able to swing Indiana and Baltimore maybe 2019. I think for 2018, I think I'm Baltimore for sure.
You should come down for one night.
But if Leg is visiting, you should come.
Just to keep Leg away from you.
He's an attraction almost.
He is.
I mean, I'll do what I can.
Meet a member of the Impressive Apex and like half of the Flipside that nobody cares.
I mean, if you guys want to talk con prep,
half of our listeners would be there in the booth with us.
That'd be true.
Meaning Tony.
That'd be hilarious.
Actually, he wouldn't be in the booth because he's never actually in the booth.
He'd be gone.
Oh, you wait till you hear my strategy this year for IndyCon, dude. So me and Scott are gonna be in a booth, and I'm gonna let Tony and Leg out in the fucking world.
Yep, let them go dig.
We're gonna probably be doubling our inventory that day.
It's ridiculous.
There were some good sales that first day.
Yeah,
that one dude, he just kept pulling books out and slashing the price.
Pretty much.
Well, you know what? He does cons 5 or 6 a year, and no foot traffic. He figured out if you want to sell your shit, sell it at Indy. And he's probably got no money in that. He's like, you know,
he probably gets it all cheap.
Cash at $25 a pop on $2 books. Take them.
Yeah.
Probably
Are you guys?
And that's where my mentality is. I've got all these things. I'm like, well, I should get 3 to 5. I'm like, no, just get $1 a piece.
Yep. Move on, dude.
$400. I pay for my con. I pay for my drinks on shit I don't want.
Yep.
Just paying for your comic education. But are you guys helping? Are you guys still helping Ben's buddy to get some passes?
I don't think he's so. I don't think he's gonna do it this year. Yeah, he wasn't
such a shitty sales.
Yeah, he wasn't happy last time. He goes, it doesn't make sense for him to come up here when he doesn't make that much amount of money. Which I understand that, man. I mean, the business is a business, man. You know.
I wonder if he would do well at Baltimore.
To be fair, he prices New York prices at Indiana.
You do have to adjust your prices for the con, but that's the problem. Is going through and repricing everything is just a tax.
Oh, that's why you see dealers that will put
25% off.
Yeah, 25% off, 30% off. It's just I don't want to reprice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the big guys like Dale Roberts can do it, but he does a con every weekend.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And for him to make, okay, he gets what, 2 booths at Indy?
Yeah.
$800. He sells 3 books. He's good.
Easily.
And he has some shit that we were all looking at. I mean, even Tony and I were drooling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'd almost pay market for the books he has.
And honestly, Dale Roberts for being a guy, I guess you say a grinder, a pro, I guess, on the scene. You know,
he's a top. I mean, he's a top.
He's a shark.
If he's not a top 10, he's a top 15 dealer.
Yeah, and he's like really nice. You know, I always see Dale. He always says hi to me. He's a nice guy. You know, he's not one of those pretentious guys who's just been dragged. You know, like I understand, like living that life can make you jagged. You know what I'm saying? Especially week after week after week. But he's like really nice. So,
I mean, he bought books for me on Friday and paid me on Sunday. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
He's not bad. I mean, there's some people there you don't want to deal with.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think I mean I don't know. You guys kind of hinted on it, so I guess catering.
But we do have to agree that Tony is not in charge of CGC submissions, please.
Yeah, so I'll take care of that this year. I'll put it. You know what? I'll even give it the leg.
Yeah.
I mean, on Sunday when I'm getting I going, Tony's dropped off 3 things that nobody's finished or paid for.
That's kind of funny.
And those are all last minute additions too.
I know.
And
That's
I'm
the worst part.
Texting you guys like, what do you want me to do? Freaking Tony.
So, but Paul,
he had one job.
I know. That's why I give him the minuscule task of like putting stickers on books and stuff. So, Paul, what were you saying, Paul?
Oh, just like newbie advice for anybody selling it at cons, no matter the size.
Hand sanitizer and a lot of handshakes.
I think it matters the size, though.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, I said hand sanitizer, not the size.
No, but I mean the different cons. You got to play them all different.
Yeah, I mean, if you got so me and Paul could talk about this because we went to Toledo and Paul's been to Indy. So Toledo's a whole different landscape than Indy is, right, dude? Toledo's like maybe what 20 vendors and a little like I don't even know. It's like what is it like a annexed hall?
Yeah, it was like half a showroom.
Yeah, like a bingo hall maybe. So,
yeah.
And we just had to play it different. I mean, it's you got to draw people in the booth, and we were in the back corner, which was great because we had like walls you could hang stuff on, and it was really nice. You had to worry about people.
I think we would have had it made if those. This is so silly. If the bathrooms had been open, if the bathrooms were under renovation, and we were right by the bathroom, like at IndyCon, and unfortunately we're closed for whatever the fuck renovation or shit. I think if those were open, we would have done at least like half as 0.5 better.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, what I was saying is like more towards like a new vendor. Like, man, I've never been to a show before. I'm setting up alone.
Okay, so
I'd say the first thing is
don't go alone.
Make sure your shit's priced before you show up.
Have
a partner.
That's what I was going to say is first have a partner because you're going to have to go to lunch. You're going to have to go to the bathroom. You're going to be talking to one person who's trying to make a big deal while 3 other people are behind you digging through your books making small deals. And
or you're going to be talking to a person wanting to buy $20 worth of books and somebody wants to buy 1,000.
Well, right. Well, I mean, what I was going to say is unfortunately the reality is you got to watch out for thieves. But as far as like your pre-con prep, what I've been trying to say is what was the website? What was the website I got those dividers from? Dino, do you remember those color dividers?
Yeah, there's BCW.
Yeah, the BCW, whatever. I got like solid plastic, decent or solid dividers, and I priced all my books. Like I looked them up on eBay, and I priced a little bit below. It depends on the show, like Z was saying, or like the other guys are saying. It depends on the show. Depends on blah blah blah. Price them above eBay, below eBay, at eBay, whatever.
And I'll add to that. So like I didn't do any of that. Like Paul made it like really nice looking with the BCW dividers and put A's and B's and C's and like this is Wonder Woman and Batman and all this stuff. And I just brought my boxes and he totally whooped my ass when it came to dollar bin digging, dude. He knew where all this stuff. The other thing is people don't understand too is like knowing where all your stuff is the key to everything.
And knowing what you have too.
Well, yes,
it's not necessarily paying for the dividers. It's just knowing where it is. I did a show with my brother and he had one side of the booth and I had the other, and it's like, do you have this? And I'm like, right here, and he's like, somewhere in here.
Yeah, and we did that in IndyCon when I was there. Like, hey, do you guys have any Power Rangers?
Dude, we murdered it on a double booth in IndyCon, dude. Like everybody knew what they had, and it was like we had a 2-size booth, so I mean it was pretty massive, and we could send people from one side of the booth to the other, and knew what everybody had.
The last point I'll make as far as con prep and whatnot is you're behind the counter, and if you have dividers, it helps you know where everything is at when you label both sides of your divider. Because A to Z, 1, 2, 3. Whatever Avengers, etc., whatever you divide it as, put the same label on both sides, because when you have to walk around to the customer's side of the counter to help them look through your dollar bins or not the dollar bins, that might be missing.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. When you have to walk around the counter, that takes time away from the next customer who might be looking for something.
I guess the other thing too is like however you build your wall. I know we talked about walls. But I think the other thing too is like making sure all your bags are clean, especially if they're on the wall, like, so me and Mike were talking about it. How CGC gives you, when you do the 25 pack or you do like CGC submissions, they give you those shitty plastic ones that are like, you can't see through them. Like if you just rebag those, like me and Mike last year, Mike was like, man, I've been trying to sell this book all day. And it was a good price book. I think it was Nightwing 1 Z.
Yeah, this is funny.
So I said, bro, look at it, and he had like this, and then I'll tell you, it was like a shitty CGC thing. I barely could see the label. I could barely see anything. So I gave him literally. I go, here, man, it's about presentation. I threw it in like a Mylar, like a nice like CGC style one, and basically taped it down and put it up there. And then 3 seconds, some guy goes, "That's the book I want," and sold it in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Because let me tell you, as a customer, as like a marketing scheme, and what do you look for first? The price doesn't catch you. It's the color. It's the presentation. It's what it is that catches your eye first. And then is when you talk to the seller, you're like, oh, well, how much is that? Well, I'm
Mhm.
already drawn by the color, the presentation, how good it looks. So the price as number 4 in line
Mhm.
doesn't really matter if 1, 2, and 3 are done properly.
Correct.
It matters, but not as much. If you put shitty image, I can't tell what that is, what's the price, that's when you get into your gray area of losing money.
Yep.
Can somebody mark this down? That was the smartest thing fucking Paul has ever said.
I know.
It's
He's learning.
the Jim Beam. I'll tell you, I've been doing the research.
Like, this is like that scene in Old School where fucking Frank the Tank
blacks
like
out.
has that like one miraculous second. That was Paul right there.
That was nice.
Call the
I don't-
tank.
I've been doing the research for anybody listening. Cinnamon whiskey. If you want to know what's good and what's bad, hit me up on Hangouts, and I'll give you my top 5. I think.
But back to the prepping. I mean, and the other thing too is like even Paul says, like presentation and stuff, like making sure your tables are clean. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that doesn't need to be like fork and knife clean, but it's like, make sure if you have a banner, it's like properly hung and like just the small stuff, man.
Have your books alphabetized.
Yeah.
Signage is nice though.
Go to Gordon Food Services or whatever. Get plastic table covers, all the same color. Throw them on your table underneath your boxes. Honestly, it seems silly, but it's marketing. You ever go to Kroger, Target, you go to one at south side of your town, you go to one at the north, and it's weird because it's all flipped and it doesn't make sense. But those marketing guys know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because it is. Like I said, you see everything first before you see the price. So if you got tablecloths that all match, you got a banner on the wall, it's weird. It's like a fishing lure moving through the lake. It draws the attention and you want to go to it.
Well,
You guys had nice like signage for the boxes, which I had at the con before, and we got to IndieCon and my freaking color printer ran out, so they're all black and white, so they were not nearly as good. But like just saying ones that were CGC boxes or a Walking Dead box or whatever it was, that kind of stuff.
The nice
Hey,
box.
I'm looking for Walking Dead. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, exactly. Are your boxes yellow? Are they falling apart? Are you?
Hey, my one box is yellow, but it sees some story. It's got some story to it.
I mean, are you as a seller? Did you take a shower last night? Are you wearing a clean shirt? Is it one of those cons where you want to go? I don't think tucking your shirt in and wearing a tie is appropriate because that just it's above and beyond. That's a little too weird.
We got polos from this really nice person in Philadelphia.
That's right. You got to work the crowd that you're going to. Otherwise, you're already, like grading a book. You start at a 10 and you work your way to whatever the fuck your grade is going to be. Like, oh, god dang, that's not a 10. That's a 9.8. It's a 9.4, 9.2. You got to grade yourself on your presentation. Think ahead. Be prepared. If you're packing up for a con the night before,
Checklist, man.
you're not going to make as much money.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
And it takes us from guys who've been doing it, I wouldn't say a long time and like professionally by any stretch of imagination, but I mean, we put months into this. I mean, like we talked about, like it's November and we're going to talk about like December. It's rolling on December and we're talking about it for May and April already. I mean,
where I am now in the comic mentality, the comic collecting, comic selling, it is really crazy. I mean, if you think of other professions like drag racing or I mean, whatever the fuck you want to think of.
Paul just lost me. He was so brilliant for like 5 minutes.
No,
Drag racing as a profession.
No, listen to me. Follow my thought process. Drink some.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to see this one.
I'm drinking this all up right now.
Yeah, drink it all up. Get some Jim Beam. Drink some Jim Beam cinnamon, whatever they call it. Jim Beam cinnamon.
Are you drinking that straight up or?
Oh God.
Yeah,
It sounds like he is.
No, the ice cubes only dilute the taste, gentlemen. The ice cubes only hurt you.
So just straight up out of a glass.
You learn over the years. I'm telling you, with comic collecting. If I were where I am right now, 5 years ago in comic collecting, can you imagine anyone listening where you are right now? 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you learn through the years. You got to pay into it to earn it.
I tell you, I'll roll on that too. I'll expand on it. So me and Z did our first one ever, and like I think didn't you sell at one before Z?
No, I don't think so. I think that was it, and then I sold it one after before the
Oh
national.
God, we were so nervous. You could tell we were just like, oh my, I don't even know, dude. We're like, we had no idea. We just looked wild-eyed at each other, and we're like, we're just gonna do this, and we had a good time. I mean,
But you guys priced on the back of your books.
oh, it was stupid. It was so stupid. I was like,
I'm telling you, presentation. Telling
well,
you.
well, no, it wasn't a presentation. I was like, I guess I was going for presentation in my mind because like, who wants to put a sticker on your book on the front and
No,
cover up the cover, dude?
And I had Post-its on my slabs.
I had those. I've been there.
quarter by quarter Post-its. You can't see a whole quarter of the comic book because of Post-its on it. God, those days, man. That was good times though. Everybody sees our pants.
Us and the Ninja Turtles, man, we rocked it.
Oh, dude, that Ninja Turtle booth. So the first year,
Do you still have that picture?
I do. It's upstairs.
I might need that one. I don't think I ever got it.
I'll give it to you, dude.
It's a Jim Beam.
Can I tell you something, Dino?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but my wife always, for the first year, referred to you as Fat Dino, the fat guy. And I'm like, I'm so confused because I'm the fat guy.
No, Dino's all swole now.
Yeah, fuck.
Dino's all swole now. Shit.
Well, Steph saw me last year, dude.
She did, and she's like, well, that's not Fat Dino anymore. I'm like, I think you're confused because he's like half the size of me.
I mean, I did have like a lot of weight on me.
It may have also been since you were next to the guy who was not.
Yeah.
What started this Fat Dino thing? What was her first exposure to Dino?
The first IndieCon. It was me, one other dude, and
does she like beards?
I think the picture though, we had a picture also with Pills and JB.
Oh yeah, Pills was a scrawny fuck too.
Oh, because Pills is like a bucko too.
Yeah. He's nicest guy. I'm not trying to hit on Pills. Pills is my man, but yeah, he's scrawny as hell. Oh, and the Nick dude, remember Nick?
Oh, Nick, fucking Nick. Nick is maybe not even a buck.
Yeah, dude, he was like 85 pounds, dude. I mean,
that's true. I mean, you were just outgunned.
I don't know.
Does she not like beards or something?
Well,
I didn't have my beard.
No, you had like.
It was like stubble.
Yeah.
This noise right here, Jim Beam, Kentucky Fire. That's what I've been drinking.
But she saw you last year and she's like, that's not Dino. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe you're confused who Dino is.
Hey, so it happens. You can tell my exes about that too. They're confused too. I'll you know what's funny? I'm going to take a picture of this and I'm going to sit in the hangout of this. I actually got the photo.
Z, do you like whiskey? Do you do any of the cinnamon stuff, or are you just a straight?
I'm a real man. I don't put any flavor in my whiskey.
My man.
What's the Kentucky one that you drink?
I generally drink a lot of Four Roses.
No, not the one where you put your name on the barrel.
Oh, I also like Makers. Yeah,
Maker's Mark. That's the one.
Yeah, those two are big.
For anyone listening that likes cinnamon whiskey, I'll tell you.
Oh, God damn it.
No, this is
No, I'm sorry. It's the photo.
Oh, I didn't. Oh.
I'm seeing the photo. It's all sideways and shit.
Woods is like sitting here like, Jesus Christ, what are we doing? This is a train wreck.
Yeah, Woods is asleep. No, it's all right. I got to do my whiskey tangent. So, Fireball, don't even touch it. If somebody wants Fireball for Christmas or whatnot, don't buy them Fireball. Get them either Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire, Jim Beam Kentucky Fire, or God damn it, fuck's the other one?
Uncle Steve's Ohio Fire.
No, no, that's an urgent care treatment. I can't remember the other one. I'll think of it. But anyway, don't anything but Fireball. Because if you do a taste test, trust me, ladies in your life, they'll love you more if you don't get them Fireball.
And I want to go back to this. Now Steph's made me have a complex, man. I'm gonna have like an eating disorder now.
I'll tell.
I don't know, man.
That was 4 years ago, Dino.
I know, but it's not. I mean, I lost like 25 pounds, but goddamn, I mean, I'm gonna lose. For Steph, I got to be like a scrawny like buck 17 or something.
She may be confused with another member.
Maybe
her husband.
That's funny.
I also don't think John Brown was skinny at that point either.
Oh, fucking! You want to talk about somebody who's getting swole? I wish I was getting swole like JB is.
He was not though 4 years ago.
No, oh no, dude, for sure. For sure. Hopefully, I can. I got what 5 monmonths.
Since we haven't talked any comic related stuff barely at all, anybody else watching Runaways?
No.
No.
What's that?
Black Velvet Cinnamon Rush is the other whiskey.
That's awful. But anyways,
it's on Hulu.
Oh, that's the reason I don't watch it.
You can't order whiskey on Hulu.
I will say I've never read Runaways, so I enjoy the show. Because it's like, all the other Marvel shows, you have expectations. And my wife's like, what should I know? I'm like, it was a comic book, and the guy that wrote Saga wrote it. So she's like,
BKB, baby.
And she's like, am I going to see a giant ogre cock? And I said, no.
Ogre cock.
Because I bought her like the first 3 trades for Christmas once, and that's the only thing she remembers is this giant ogre cock from like one issue.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you.
But it's refreshing. It's better than Gifted.
Yeah.
Because I'm not watching that guy thinking he's going to say Suki all day. And Gifted's not terrible, but it's not great.
I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I don't watch anything anymore. I mean, I cut the cable, which is probably one. Cut the cord, which is one problem. But the other problem, dude, is like movies. I don't know. I just haven't watched any movies, comic book movies. I don't know, dude. I'm so far behind.
I took the kids to see Thor because like they were dying to see Thor.
Oh man,
and they loved it.
I mean, I heard it's great. I mean, the problem is it's on the movie qualities or shit. It's just I don't know.
Is
like
it the sex scandals that's making you lose faith in Hollywood?
Pretty much.
Man, if you're in Hollywood, you don't say shit right now.
No, you keep
got a story about you.
That's what Taylor Swift's doing, and they're like ragging on her because she's not taking a stand.
Of course, she's not.
I don't blame her. I wouldn't say shit right now.
Man, don't say a damn word.
Don't touch your Twitter.
Somebody's gonna say something about you.
Well, the funny part is like it's not just in Hollywood. It's music. It's all over, dude. Like, I mean, I wouldn't. Look at. I mean, it's in sports. I mean, it's probably in music. It's probably in. It's obviously in movies. I mean,
but the question is like, what is really you took advantage of somebody versus just celebrity whoredom?
I think it depends on the year of when it happened as well. That sounds crude, but honest. I think it depends on the era of when it happened.
I'm not going to say a word.
Of what happened?
Like, if you're in Hollywood, unless you are a monk, don't say a word.
Well, all right. I gotta elaborate so I don't sound like a dickhole. All right. So
too late, Paul.
No. There's redemption at the bottom of this Jim Beam glass.
All right, let's hear it. I can't wait to get there.
Paul is on a rare tear.
No, 1970. If I lean over to give a girl a kiss and I pull her in a little too tight and I give her a kiss, just a kiss, there's all sorts of other shit. I'm just talking about this. If I lean over, give her a kiss, she doesn't want it, but I'm a little too forceful. She pulls away, she says no, and I call it the end of the night. Versus 2017, where I lean over, try and give her a kiss. She can
You're
fucking
not allowed to kiss people without their
Yeah, come on, Paul.
No, I'm drag racing.
Yeah, I know this isn't drag racing, Paul. And B no means no.
Did we ever actually get to the drag racing story, or did we get it?
No. It was the money put in. You put in money.
You put in money to get money out. What are you trying to say here?
I'm so glad I am the one who uploads this because I'm going to edit the fuck out of this one.
No, you got to go straight.
I think
cut.
Dino did it. We're gonna have to pay Inigo to do it this time.
We're at what?
I'm gonna let Jimmy do it. Fuck it.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
The problem is Paul's gonna fuck it up and edit it, and it'd be 30 minutes of silence in the fucking front part, and like an hour in the back because he fucked it up.
Or he does exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be 2 hours and 40 minutes of the Ninja Turtles theme.
That's funny.
So, has anybody seen the Justice League movie?
No.
Yeah,
my buddy.
I was gonna take the kids, and I just didn't have the energy. I'm like, I don't know. It's getting such mediocre reviews. I don't know.
Like Suicide Squad?
Well,
The issue is like I'm not even sure the kids should go see it, so nobody's like sold me like it's kid friendly or not.
And my buddy texted me and he said, if it's 1970, no, I'm just kidding. He said, he said,
You
hey
grab
man,
a girl's ass.
if you no, he said, if you haven't seen it yet, man, just wait till it's on DVD. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, my buddy said wait till it gets on VHS. So
I thought it was I mean, it wasn't great, but it was entertaining.
I think my issue is like Superman, Batman. You watch and you're like, it's fine.
I will say I think this is the best portrayal they've done of Superman.
Someone said he was overpowered. I'm like, well, fuck, he's Superman.
Wait. Tell me where you're going back to.
I'm talking about not Christopher Reeves. I'm talking about the Snyder era.
So there have been 3, and the first 2 weren't very good.
Well, that and he's in this one the least. No,
I'd take Brandon Roth's Superman over freaking Cavill's right now.
But my whole problem with this, and like someone said, Suicide Squad, is both of these movies. You didn't need the team that the movie is about to do the mission.
Yeah.
So like Suicide Squad, they got all these people together, and then it turns out you could have done the same damn thing with the commanders that they had at the beginning without the Suicide Squad. And then this movie, I don't want to spoil it, but it only takes one person to accomplish the mission. But it was entertaining. I mean, I'm glad I went and saw it in the movie, and I didn't leave like all pissed off. But it's
Yeah, I
par
mean,
for the
don't
course.
expect a powerful or moving story.
Right.
There were 2 after credit scenes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Were they worth it? Were they just laugh?
Well,
Beat
one
the
is an
crap out of
homage to comic books,
All right.
and then one is moving the story forward a little bit.
Did you guys see the what is it? Sensation Comics that was on eBay we were sharing within the group that just got shut down? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
7. Yeah.
What issue was it?
It was number 1.
yeah,
It was a 7.0.
yeah.
And I got an email. It said bid cancellation. But who checked? Was that you would or somebody checked? It was up to like $7,000.
Yeah, I looked. It was like 2 days left, and it was up to about $9,000.
And I didn't get any reason why it was ended early.
Yeah, it just said ended. It was at
Somebody
$1.
sold it offline on a good price.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
Names withheld. I'm not Jim Beamed enough.
All right, well, drink up, Paul.
I know.
No, I won't let that. No, I'm not going to go down that path.
You guys ever worked that far?
That whole eBay messaging thing is creepy still, though.
To the public, eBay is cracking down on your messages. So if you are trying to work off eBay deals, revamp your style of communication because they.
Well, I tell you what, I had somebody message me on one, and I'm like, I sent him back my email address in a photo and said, here's the additional photo you requested. And then he emailed me, and I'm like, hey, I have more than one copy of this book, all in the same grade. I'll send you pictures of the copy you get. I just don't want to pull this listing because that's going to attract attention. And then he dropped. I'm like, seriously?
Wonder if it was just an attempt to lure you in.
I don't think so. It was a random book, but it's just like, come on. I don't know. Personally, as a seller, I don't care. I'm just as happy to sell on eBay because usually you're getting a neutral price. You're not usually making any money, but as a buyer, I'd rather it happen because on a significant book, it makes a difference. But on $5 as a seller, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, same with best offers. I mean, if you're going to let a $5 or $10 difference kill you, then you might as well. I mean, depending on the book, you might be killing yourself.
Yeah,
I think we mentioned that before.
Well, all I would say is we can't all sell at Walker prices, so just sometimes take what you get.
I bet I can.
Nobody sells at Tim Walker prices.
I know. I don't know how he does it.
thinks to sell at Walker prices.
Well, I tell you what, I saw a hot variant sell at a best offer that the original price was a ridiculous number, and it sold at 75% of that, but that was still probably 30% above the previous and the next auction. And you're like, God damn, somebody did it. And we're talking $2,000 book, not a $10 book.
If somebody wants the book bad enough, I mean, right? I mean,
no, I get it. I'm like, I want to put my books there, but I never get any offers at that price. When I try and walker it, I don't get offers.
I saw was it Captain America #6, the Brubaker, the Winter Soldier variant?
Mhm.
Some guy on eBay had a raw, very fine listed for $499 the other day, and that wasn't Tim Walker.
I want to throw a shout out. Little Z bought himself a fairly solid Marvel key at a deal the other day. He inherited himself a Avengers 4, and I will give him a shout out.
Nice. Great book.
At probably 60% of current buy-in.
Wow.
Nice.
Good for him.
So congrats for watching the auctions and one slip buy-in.
Yep. If you play the game right, there's plenty of deals.
Yeah, we were talking about that, me and Z, about the books I just bought, and if there's going to be buyers. I already got some people already talking to me about wanting those books. So I mean, like you said, there's people out there. People,
there will be.
Yeah.
You may not even make it to eBay on those.
I don't. Yeah, well, at least for one book, maybe. So.
Yeah, let's get them in first.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things can happen. So.
I don't know. Dino can be a dickhead and run a Raz at 10 o'clock in the morning during the freaking work week.
I didn't know you were working.
I travel a bit more in the obscure, as you all know, so sometimes I get a little hoses in that I can't Raz a book to save my life, but when I sell those books, they're going to make money. You just got to find those 10 buyers out of, 10,000 versus you guys buying books that everybody wants.
Well, I mean, that's a problem when you go obscure or golden age or platinum age or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, most of the young kids don't know about those books, or and B, don't have the money to afford those books.
You got to wait till the hipsters think it's cool.
Yep.
I will say I did a pickup post, and
which was outstanding.
There were some cool books, but that pulp that I posted, the picture of the guy with a knife in the reflection of the camera, is a book that I saw once. Probably I've only seen the image of that book 3 times. Once was on Facebook, somebody posted, I'm like, that's awesome. The second time was at that comic book shop near Dayton that we've all talked about.
Mm-hmm.
He had a 4.0, and he's like, this is the 3rd highest in the census, and wanted about $1,000 for it. I'm like, I can't pay it.
Mm-hmm.
I found this one for $250, and it's just amazing.
What do you think? You gonna get graded?
No, it's the cover is detached. It just looks nice.
Oh,
there's no point in grading it. But man, it's one of those books where like you have it on your search for years, and you get false hits, and you finally get one. You're like, holy shit, I got one.
Yeah,
it's not even a comic. I mean, it's a pulp. But I think it's kind of a pre-comic crime cover, and it's a reflection in a camera, so it's a little bit tied into Killing Joke kind of imagery. Yep. It's quite cool.
You and your Doom Patrol, man. God dang it.
I posted on there. I sold all but I think I have I might have lied. I might have 4 copies left.
Yeah, that book sells all the time, man.
It sells quick too.
I sold all my low grades just to fund some other purchases. So I've only got the 2 8s and a 7 and maybe a 6.5.
Are you just buying slabs now?
No.
Oh, because it's like, I mean, they're all slab pictures. You didn't grade any of these, did you?
No, I'm so lazy to grade. I just
that Birds of Prey 8's badass too.
That's Wood's fault. I had one and I sold it, and then he posted one. I'm like, I want it again.
Mm-hmm. That steampunk's cool too.
Those Birds of Prey, they come up from decent deals every now and then too.
I think I paid about $125.
Yeah.
The one I got before was only $100, and I sold it for $150, and I'm like, God damn it, why'd I do that?
You'll see it come up on eBay, and it'll be My Comic Shop. So go to their site, of course.
You hosed me on it. I was ready to leave it behind, and you're posting. I'm like, God, I need it again. Yeah. I've been trying to mix up buying books that I want and books that I'm investing in, and it's tough. You always get those ones you're wanting. I'm like, do I really need it?
And then it sells, and you're like, fuck, I should have bought it.
Yeah. I know, I'm really focusing on high grade examples of great covers at this point. I think that's not that they're not selling high, but I think those are things that still have potential. As you find a 9.8 of a book you can't find a 9.8 of, or you find a 9.2, which there aren't many examples of.
That's how I'm getting, dude. It's getting bad.
Too,
yeah, I'm getting really picky about things, and it's like if it's not 9.8, it's not even worth it. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with anything less than.
No.
Well, a modern a 9.8 is key, but you find a book in the 70s or 80s, and there's that grade that you can't find it in.
Yeah.
You buy it. Like I got that Wonder Woman 72 at 9.8. There aren't many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit on it. There probably aren't many more coming.
Which one?
The Boland, the 72 Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I have one of them.
You got a 9.8?
Yep.
Yeah, but they're not a lot, and they're not jumping up the census.
Census is low. Yeah, it's a tough white cover.
Yeah,
the back is all black too, right? Like the whole spine is black.
Yeah, and Coy traded me that Tick 1. There's a few, but there aren't a lot.
Coy just won that damn Finch.
Oh, fuck him on that. I wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah, me too.
I had not done Razes in a while, and I went about $200 or $300 in the last 2 weeks and just got my ass smacked.
Yeah, I get tired of donating money for a while.
Yeah, I'm like for, I think about 26 since.
Oh, that sucks.
Since the old school rat when there was just the community page.
Well, the thing is,
yeah, that is rough.
I don't go all in now. Now I'm just like, 10 to $20, but
that Dark
I get waves.
That Dark Knight's Metal 3, where was that being sold at? Is that a Bulletproof or I can't
Frankie's?
Frankie's.
Oh, the hub there. I couldn't remember for sure.
My thing is, I usually win 2 or 3 in a row. So when I win one, I go hard, and then when I don't win, I get sad.
That's how they get you, John.
I've been thinking about should I go after Wonder Woman bondage covers, man.
I have a few of them. They're cool.
I'm the right grade, and you are. I mean, don't buy the low grade shit. That's the thing is,
do you guys ever?
There's money. There's money at the bottom grades and money at the top. The middle is very murky. I mean, that's why I've been selling off the middle. Like I used to buy the 6s and the 7s.
Yeah,
there's no money in
those. For flipping.
Do you guys ever settle on a 9.6 just because the 9.8 is too expensive or not around? You just like fuck it.
I have
this book.
I won't say I've settled, but I bought a 9.6 to placehold till I got a 9.8.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I've been looking at a few of those Wonder Woman Bullen color covers myself.
If it's not like a variant like Saga RRP,
nah,
then you're better off just waiting for a 9.8.
Just weird Paul shit.
I bought a DC Presents 47 9.6 just because it was like a $400 difference between.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's it. You got to just track. Is there such a crazy difference? Is it worth it?
Yeah, I'll look.
But there's commonality of the book because there's a shit ton of DC Presents 47s.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make your money? You don't know. But is it a PC book? Is it a flip book?
I bought it for
so
PC.
many variables. Like the Crow, I had a 9.6 forever, and then I scored 2 9.8s now. But it's timing and price and what are your chances of finding the next grade up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, well, like you said, 9.6 and 9.8. I mean, like you said, like placeholder or 9.6, especially. I mean, like in Wood's case, when you got a $400 or $500 difference, I mean, that's big numbers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially if it's for PC or it's not for PC. You know, and are you gonna flip it? Yeah, there's a bunch of factors you gotta put in on this. You know.
You got to think the guesstimated print run, because in the 80s you don't know, but most of them are pretty big. Look at the census, and don't look at the census as a one tool. Is how much is submitted and how much is in what grade.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I don't know. I mean, like you said, Wonder Woman bondage covers are not cheap by any stretch of imagination.
Did you guys see the AMC special on that?
On what?
The Kevin Smith, like, what, Brian, you know what that you were?
Yeah, it's
Kirkman
Robert
thing.
Kirkman's Secret History of Comics.
Oh,
that did an
Robert,
episode
yeah.
of Wonder Woman.
Episode 2, I think that was interesting. I know they made like a whole movie about it.
Yeah, it was like Big Love. What was crap?
Like
what's
what?
the creator's name? Marston, who had like the mistress and the wife, and
Yeah, it was some fucked up shit. Some fucked up shit, but interesting history. You know, it kind of gives you a glimpse into why the bondage covers exist, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're cool covers. It's just, man, they're just expensive, man. God.
What grades are you looking at?
Oh, the high ones. Like okay, I guess I'll throw a couple.
I have two. I have 199 and 200, both at 9.2s.
I mean, 204 and 205 are just skyrocketing. You know. I mean,
Hard to get in high grade.
Yeah, look at Wonder Woman 210's like, okay, it's a 9.4, but it's going for 120. I mean,
yeah, I mean 9.2s you could probably get it for around 100.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what you do? You got to put that in your saved searches,
and
then wait for an auction.
So like Wonder Woman 204 right now. I mean, it's the first, it's a first appearance, but a 9.6 is $8.99.
Yo, that's stupid.
That's crazy.
Well, you don't buy them at the highest price. Well, all right, Scotty, give me the ASM 300 969894.
What's that?
What are the prices of an ASM 300 989694?
Right now?
Yeah.
9.6 is going anywhere from like 6 to 700. 9.4 like 4 to 450.
And the 8s are still floating near $2,000.
9.8, yeah, right about there.
So that one, I mean, there's plenty of copies, but it's who's going to pay for what? I mean,
yeah,
a 9.4 is 20% of a 9.8. It's just doing the math of what's the supply demand and where's that point that people want to buy it at. Yeah. Where are the snobs with money at?
Yeah.
I just put a link in the Hangout to one I was looking at the other night, but then I really don't have money to spend on shit right now, so it was a 209.96 for 176.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a cool cover too.
You get deals on them. You just gotta be patient.
Well, here's another cool cover. This is a 210 Wonder Woman 210.98, and it's going for 199. I mean, I don't know. I just think those era, those 70s era Wonder Womans are just, I mean, they're just cool covers. I mean, yeah, it's like bondage and stuff, but I mean, it's just cool covers.
But then I also go, well, will this go down, or is it, because it's in the middle of the Gal Gadot hype, so
yeah,
should I hold off, or?
That's why you got to go for real rare. You have to go for something that is not going to find a bunch. Scotty Too Hottie with the 199 is probably one of the best.
Yeah. I mean, and bondage covers for me, it wasn't just good. I mean, it'd just be like my limited PC that I have. That'd just be cool covers I have because they're just cool covers. I like them, not to sit there and flip. Like 188's a cool cover too. That's the one where she's like in the dungeon kind of thing, and she's shackled up. I mean, just cool covers like that. So,
Well, all right, let's talk about like in Doom Patrol 99.
yep.
There is from having a 2.0 to about a 6.0. There's not that much spread because on a good, very good, you can get 100 plus. And I just sold a 6 for 250. There's not much spread in those grades.
I know, it's crazy.
Now you jump to the 8, which
Yep.
is not that high, but in that book there's less than 100 of. Then you've got like, okay, there's worth a jump.
Mhm.
It seems like every book has a grade that like once you cross that threshold, that's where you get a big jump.
Yeah. You just got to figure out where those are and why.
Yeah.
Now the new spec books, you can't apply that on a spec book because on something that hasn't been graded a lot, it just is maybe only the really high ones have been graded, or there's just not a sample size. But something that's established, you can tell by the census a little bit.
Yeah, no, you can definitely tell by the census and stuff. But I mean, like you said, I mean, it would be interesting to have a bunch of charts and books and see where the price points are for each book. You know, maybe that'd be a Robertson thing. He
probably already has it.
I mean, he probably does, knowing Robertson. But no, that'd be a cool thing. Like, you know, you could just look at a book and see where the jumps are.
Well, and some of it's, sometimes you buy the book you can afford. You talk some of the books that I look at that are, the golden age of high grade one's going to cost you $6-7 grand. You're like, where can I get it at $1,500?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the best point I can get in at?
And then be patient.
That is true.
If a book is too high, just let it walk. Unless it's one of those books that you're not going to see again, then you have to overpay.
I've been looking at books all week, bidding and losing, and I'm like, well, it's all right.
Can't be afraid to let it walk.
I just lost a German Turner Bat Superman 4 9.6. I'm like, I had a number. I went over my number. I think the number that they bought it at was still steal, but I wasn't going to go higher.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Hello, this is Dr. Fraser Crane. I'm listening.
Speaking of being patient, I will tell you this week's Paul's problem.
That you're hammering on cinnamon whiskey?
No, I love my cinnamon something. My whiskey. But no, this is a story of patience, which is anyway. So part of my job involves driving to a city a few hours south of us, and so this was a couple winters ago, maybe last winter, whatever. So I had these earmuffs that I bought that go behind your head instead of on top of it. Blah, 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 looks nice, feels better, all that good stuff. But I'd lost them. And I'm like, where the fuck did I leave those earmuffs? So I left them in a locker room at a different hospital, but I didn't know this. So I'd left them there for a good 2 weeks. No idea, given up. I figured I left them. They were stolen. They're gone. And so finally, we ironically had to go back to the same hospital. I went into the locker room to change with my coworker. I'm like, holy shit, there are my earmuffs. And he's like, those are yours? Because I've been here 5 times. And if they were there one more time after I got here, I would have taken those motherfuckers. I was like, well, thank you for not stealing those. They're mine, and I'll take them back now. But that was my Paul's problem for this week, is just leaving shit behind, and it all worked out in my favor.
So why would the guy have stolen them? I think after like 2 days, it's pretty much free game.
No, he's honor system, man. He let it sit for a while, and he was gonna give it one more visit. Like, hey, if I have to go back to this locker room,
you would have caught me wearing them.
Yeah, I would be like, is my name on the inside of those?
I'd be like,
Because Paul does that, don't you?
Yeah.
I know you did that, Paul. Don't lie.
Not on the earmuffs, but I do it on my cigar cases
and your underwear.
But yeah, those earmuffs, man. I'm glad I got those back because they're nice.
You should have fucked with them. Be like, man, good thing you didn't, because I'm still trying to get rid of this lice.
Got some crabs, some scabies on your face.
Oh man.
Oh, scabies.
But that was kind of a lame Paul's problem. But hey, we're working down the list.
This is twice in a row, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Should I recap my our unpressable flip side? What did I talk about? My energy drink?
No.
Oh man, that was shit. You said no?
No. That's on the hidden Patreon's Flipside unpressable defects patronage.
Unpressable hidden flip side. Paul's problem is how I managed to destroy something with a
The
energy
bootleg.
drink. Yes, something like that. But goddamn, that was so fucking embarrassing.
That was so embarrassing.
It's so bad. It was like a scarlet letter. Jesus Christ. I do, man. I got about a page and a half of Paul's problems up here.
The funny thing is, you have a page and a half.
I do, man. I got a literal notebook. I write these down in.
You know what's funny? You didn't show me the notebook, man, when I was there.
It was sitting in plain view.
It's like a Hello Kitty diary.
It probably was.
Oh, that's my kids.
He's like, don't worry, honey. I'm just gonna write in the back half of this. You'll never get to it. Trust me.
Man, I got some good ones in here.
He wanted to carry it around Baltimore in his hip pack he brought.
Man, that was so shitty. I got home. My wife's like, "Oh, you just adjust it this way, and it'll fit your fat ass." I'm like, God damn it! I could have wore that bitch the whole time.
You know what the funny part about it is? I probably would have figured it out
somewhere. If you had that fanny pack on, we would have left you somewhere.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like I probably could have done the same thing for you. I just didn't want you to be embarrassed.
Dina wanted to play my wife in Baltimore, is what he's saying.
Yeah,
but this is just the story of my life, man. This is just ridiculous after ridiculous.
And I'm gonna approve your luggage next year too.
No, this is funny.
No.
I was gonna say, if anybody's listening, I actually have to go on a work trip at the beginning of the year to Miami, Florida. If we have any members in Miami that want to hook up, get a drink, let me know. And all that good stuff, some good spots to hit up, let me know. But I think I will be purchasing some new luggage. So,
thank goodness.
Don't forget the decoy wallet.
Yeah, I'm going to have 2 decoy wallets. One for Cuba, one for Florida, all going. But,
you going to bring your passport in case you get on a cruise ship and it takes you to Cuba or something?
Right. So it should be fun. But thank you, Jim Beam. Appreciate it. Good podcast.
I guess on that note, are we done for the night? I guess.
Oh shoot, you guys! I don't know. You guys got anything else? Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Brian. Cyber Monday. What you got?
I'm broke, so I'm not even really looking at anything.
Yeah, I haven't bought anything.
I don't need anything.
I did spend about $20 on Midtown's 75% off sale, but I forgot what all I got. It was all like some older variants for like $3 a piece. I guess I'll remember when they get here.
I ordered Punisher 217 and 218 for my buddy. He wants them getting slabbed. They're like the is it the Kieran Art one? I think the one that's like he's in like the Punisher's in the Iron Man suit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I bought. I'm waiting for those to come in. I think they're coming in this week, so he's gonna be excited. So I bought like 10 of the regular covers. So I'm sure there's one that's 9.8able. So
did anyone order any of the Matina Spawn 280s?
I got a set.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I've been staying away from the store variants, and then I saw this Raz for $300 or whatever. I was like, fuck. So,
yeah, that went live like the weekend after Baltimore for that Metal 3 set on Frankie's, or like you said, that hub. But,
the hub. I just got burned out on store variants, and apparently they get to burn me back.
Well, the problem is, Paul, is I got the same issue as you. If I don't buy the variant, it blows up. When I buy the variant, it's completely worthless.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of obvious.
They're hit or miss.
Yeah.
Batman Who Laughs, and it was a big character, and blah, blah, blah. It was kind of obvious, but I think it was just
I was in the same boat. I didn't buy any of them.
Yeah. So live and learn. I mean, that's that's the comic gain. I think on the unpressible flip side, Trey was saying for the newcomers, buy a long box, buy a short box at your budget, and see if you can make money and go from there. I mean,
well, I think he said buy 5 or 6 of something you believe in and just store it away at cover.
Yeah, that too. I mean, whatever. Just drink Jim Beam and buy some comics, and you're good.
I can't imagine the shit you're buying on eBay right now.
Who, me?
Who me? You're the only one drunk on cinnamon whiskey.
I mean, the store variant thing is, what are you willing to gamble?
I'm looking at some books, man, but I haven't bought anything. I missed out on one and just burns.
When the buy-in is $20-$30 a book versus 3, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, or when J. Scott Campbell's selling 8 covers at once.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Hey, but they're signed, dude. They're signed. So
his shit goes so fast, it's crazy.
With the COA.
I did think I picked up some of those like on Midtown for 75% off. Some of the J. Scott Campbell ones you can buy them for $2.83 and then flip them for $12 to $15.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But
yeah, man, fuck anonymous winners, man. I want to know who won this book I missed. I want to message them. I'll give you double what you paid for it, and I'll just send it to me. God,
Dino Joe's hitting you up on the YouTube chat. Ask about your monster books.
Oh. No,
yeah,
I haven't.
Dr. Joe. Welcome
Welcome, listener number 3. I'm going to tell 12 kids they have cavities tomorrow so he can buy it.
I haven't got my monsters yet.
I did have a question for Dr. Joe about cavities on Unpressible Defects Wednesday, but I didn't get a chance to ask it. So,
what was it? Oh, cavities.
Yeah, follow up in the future. We'll see. I'll write that down in my notebook. Next week, I'll give you a preview. I was looking ahead. It's kind of lame, man. Next week involves a story of me slicing a comic in half. I guess that's kind of entertaining. But the week after that, I think, is a golden apple. So if you tune in a month from now, 4 weeks, I got a good one.
Is it better than a red apple? What's a golden apple? Is that some kind of slang talk for these young kids talking about sex nowadays? What does golden apple mean?
Specifically,
you've never been golden appled?
I've had a golden apple.
But no, you've never been golden appled?
I've never been golden appled, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably missing that in my life. It doesn't sound like it.
Oh, God. I hope I can make it down these stairs tonight.
Would you fall down them?
Not yet.
You can just sleep in your chair, man. You gotta go to work tomorrow.
We'll have a good falls problem next week.
I'll get Mike Z to communicate. He knows that answer.
No, the week after that, though, is a crab apple. The story involves a crab apple, not a golden apple. Crab apple.
I've been to Paul's house. You got that big ass chair right next to your other chair. You just sleep in that thing.
You know what I need? One of those bunks, like a sub that leans up against the wall, and you let it down on those chains.
Yeah.
Whatever those are called. Yeah. That's what I need.
One of those old wheelchairs that are motorized that go down the stairs.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Hey, Paul, you got somebody elderly? And so when I get hammered on the podcast, I just hit the button and go down the stairs.
On the track?
Yeah.
Come on over, man. I got Jim Beam. Enough to go around.
You didn't offer me any, you bitch.
Come back. Now I know.
Okay, I guess since Paul's all hammed up, we're gonna end this.
Yeah, we'll see what Paul edits out tomorrow.
No editing.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for this YouTube video to vanish, and it's somebody playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the very first NES game on Twitch, and then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song. So maybe he'll have that as the intro. I don't know. We'll see.
God, I did that last week. I don't know. I gotta think about it now. Give me a complex.
Oh, please. All right, boys. I guess we're gonna call it.
Later, guys.
So yeah.
Later.
See you.